I used to be one of these people that absolutely got off on being so busy. And it was a program that I learnt very early on in my childhood, where everybody in my family is so busy. They take pride in being busy. Even my mother, who is 93 years old, is so busy. She never has spare time in her day. And that is because we were taught to believe that laziness was a bad, bad word and we needed to be busy all the time. And so we created this lifestyle of working very, very, very hard. And we were proud of how hard we worked. But this absolute addiction to working so hard led to adrenal shutdown. It led to exhaustion, and it leads to a lot of physical ailments. There's something that I learned from the lions in Kenya recently, which I want to share with you. These lions, and they were all siblings because they hunt in pack of families, they had just gone for the kill, and then they came and just collapsed in front of our Jeep, and panting heavily, they were resting. And I was just watching them pant really heavily. They absolutely just took care of each other. So they were lying on each other as they were resting. And they rested for a very, very long time. But we don't allow ourselves to do that. We don't allow ourselves to rest because we give meaning to rest. We give meaning to rest that it's bad, that it's lazy, that it means we're not earning enough money, that we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing for our family, that we're not good wives, we're not good mothers, that we're not good workers, that we're not good da-da-da-da-da-da. Doesn't stop. The stories don't stop. And yet, what those lions taught me was that there is a time for work, there is a time for play, and there is a time for rest. Just like the lions, we do need our rest. Your energy is your most valuable currency. Every interaction, every thought, every commitment is either depositing into or draining your energy bank. So the first step is to become very aware of where you are giving your energy to and how you can reclaim your energy back. Recognizing what no longer feeds your soul. So certain relationships, certain habits, certain obligations may have once served you, but they no longer serve you. So yesterday I was feeling particularly tired. In order to feel more energized, I was eating so much more than I normally eat. I had a packet of mixed nuts and dried fruit. I was basically eating all day. So I became very aware that that's a habit that I have not completely mastered, because I am still eating in order to get more energy, as opposed to listening to my body. What would have been better to do, which I have started doing and I still don't completely do it 100% of the time, is to say, oh geez, I'm feeling really tired, I might just go and have a nap. And just a 20-minute nap absolutely refreshes me and brings me back into where I need to be. Your environment reflects your energy. The people that you connect with, the spaces that you are in, the commitments that you have are all mirrors of where you are in your current frequency. So if something is feeling misaligned, it's because you've outgrown that vibration and it's time to shift. Pretty much like there was a time when I lived in a big house, I started to resent the house. It became really hard to maintain. If I went away and then I came back into the house, I would get really quite resentful that I was about to enter this house because it just reminded me of hard work. Vibrationally, that's what the house represented. There was a lot of hard work that happened in that house. And so when I sold that house and moved to an apartment by the beach, the energy completely shifted. Everything changed. So just like when you declutter a house, you can just feel that shift. You can feel the release of what no longer resonates. It creates space for a new timeline to come in, for new opportunities to arrive, for new relationships to be presented to you. But holding on to that old energy out of obligation blocks the arrival of the new timeline. And so there's a very simple energy audit that you can do, which will align you to your most expansive timeline. Ask yourself, with whatever you're doing, when I am in this space, do I feel expanded or do I feel contracted? This new place that we're in, it's the smallest apartment that I have ever lived in my life. And I absolutely love how small it is. I love how it makes me feel expanded. I love arriving back here from holidays. I love it. Anything, this applies to anything, any activity that you do. Does this make me feel contracted or does this make me feel expanded? And you want to feel expanded with whatever you're doing. If anything consistently makes you feel small or stuck or drained, it's time to let that go. And it might be some food that you used to eat that you know makes you feel heavy. So I know that occasionally when I have like a heavy carb meal, like a bagel or something like that, it gives me that initial high, but then I feel quite heavy. Not all the time, it just depends. Everything depends. Be very aware of what food drains you, what relationships drain you, what spaces drain you, what work activities drain you. And then be aware of what gives you energy, what makes you feel good. I know that meditation gives me energy, reading gives me energy, being around my family gives me energy. And so I do those things when I need energy. But I am a human and I sometimes revert back to the old habits. That's okay, no judgment for reverting back to old habits. But it's all about being aware when you do that. And then bringing your awareness back when you're finding yourself lacking in energy, and then just taking a big deep breath and feeling into what it is that you should do next. And so to remind me of how majestic the lions are, I bought this from Nairobi Airport. It's a 3D print. I see this every day. I keep it in my bedroom and I absolutely connect into the power of the lions and how incredible they are. I am reminded every day that these kings of the jungle, they do work very hard, but they also take care of themselves and they rest very, very deeply. And so, my loves, make sure that you are the lion and that you rest deeply. I would love to hear your stories, your thoughts. Please like, subscribe, share, and shine your light into the world. Sending you so much love, so much love.